Citizen Jones Hussein reporting for duty, as it were. And of course, you know, today is the 7th day of October 2025. And the first of our two offerings, you know by now, is the newspaper headliners. The papers are in, so we'll share the headliners with you, give context to the stories, just so you know. Charles Ideho, I must emphasize, is indisposed, so he cannot join us here today. He has a little frog in the throat. That's the way we put it in this business. But we wish him quick recovery. So Charles, this goes to you. But we have in his place broadcaster, journalist, but veteran Nollywood practitioner Chris Akwarandu to fill in. So we expect Chris to join us any moment now. Okay, so that said, let's make to tackle the papers. The first paper on call would be The Punch. The Punch leads with this story. Benin Varsity, Nigerian Polytechnics in NYSC fraud. You imagine what that would be? Polytechnics in the country and the University of Benin. Just read this story in The Punch. You'll get to understand what we're talking about. Okay, so the NYSC fraud has taken over many polytechnics in my country, your country, led by the Benin University of Benin. Okay, another story in The Punch is this one. Nigerian linked to Australian grandma's drug conviction in Japan. Well, it's been said that man should be careful about the choices he makes because those choices will more or less typify your life. So this Nigerian is enmeshed in a grandmother in Australia, and drug, illicit drug is involved in it. So read that story also in The Punch. Okay, India deports Nigerian over illegal stay. That's another crazy choice. So why did he go to India if he knew his stay in the country would not or has not been regularized, so he's having to pay for it? India has deported him. Know who we are talking about in The Punch this morning. Okay. Chinese colleague inspired me to invent cancer detecting goggles. That's a US-based doctor. Never mind that both China and America are involved in a trade war, provoked by President Trump. But then in medicine, a Chinese has inspired a US-based doctor to invent cancer detecting goggles. Okay. I prayed to die in my sleep after losing my legs. That's a 23-year-old trader. What happened to the trader? Who is the trader? You'll be better able to understand if you get a copy of The Punch this morning and read that up. Okay. British DJ's Lagos highlife ends amid rape charges. A British DJ came to Lagos, Nigeria, He is caught in a rape charge. Again, we talk about choices, what you choose to do. Okay, 4 soldiers killed as terrorists hit Bordeaux base with grenades. Well, the war against terror is not easily winnable. Ask the United States and then you understand. But then our soldiers are known to have given the terrorist a bloody nose. The latest is in Borno State, where insurgency appears to have reared its ugly head, or should I say made a comeback. So 4 soldiers killed as terrorists hit Borno base with grenades. Okay, why my family started school for traditional worshippers. The coordinator of the school is telling us this. The details are in the Punch today. Okay. Certificate scandal. How President Tinubu ordered ex-minister's resignation. Okay, that's another story for you. You know the minister involved. Okay. All right. Mba's planned APC defection tears Enugu PDP apart. The speculation had been on for a while now that Governor Peter Mba of Enugu State is set to jump ship. Now we are to know that that plan is causing a lot of sleepless nights for the PDP in that state. You hear people always say this is a PDP state, APC state, LP state and all that. But is that truly what plays out? All right. Let's take some more stories in the Punch. Okay. Kaduna police rescue 10 abductees. It's a straightforward story. The Kaduna Police Command has said that its operatives rescued 10 kidnapped victims, including women and children, from a forest near the Regina community. Please peruse that story. And in the same vein, police rescued 8 infants and 10 children in Abia. That's another story to check in the Punch this morning. 26 suspected kidnappers in Kaduna police custody. May not be unconnected with the story I shared with you a while back. You know, again, look at that. Court remands suspected LASMA impersonator. I talked about choices. The man chose to impersonate an official of the LASMA. So he's having to pay for it. All right then. The next paper will be the Daily Trust. The Daily Trust leads with NSCIA, that's the Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, has expressed, or NSCIA, false genocide allegation warns against religious division. Well, the Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs is warning against religious division following a so-called story about genocide, an allegation about genocide, circulating in international platforms and social media, accusing the Nigerian Council for Islamic Affairs of carrying out genocidal activities in Nigeria. Okay, Super Eagles edge Lesotho to keep World Cup dreams alive. Yeah, very pulsating match yesterday. Again, one expects that Coach Chair would do something about the silly mistakes which we almost made to get the Lesotho national team to get a point from the match. But we have 3 points. I'm sure you now know that Benin leads the pack with 17 points. South Africa drew with Zimbabwe. They have 15, and we have 14 points. A match to go for us on Tuesday. Okay. Soldiers feared dead as Boko Haram hits Borno military base. I just shared the story in the Punch with you. So the struggle continues. I talked about terrorism, the war against terrorism, which is an asymmetrical thing, is not an easy one to win. Ask the United States to tell you. Okay. NSCDC nabs 3 suspected drug dealers in Kano. Yeah, they cracked down on drug dealers, more so illicit drugs is ongoing. And as they say, all hands must be on deck. Okay. APC inducing our governor to defect the PDP. Read that story. Very important. So you stop gut reactions. Okay. Some more stories in the Daily Trust this morning. Thousands of Gazans trek home as Israeli military announces ceasefire. Of course, you know that the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas was brokered by President Trump of the U.S. Now it appears the ceasefire will hold, even as Israel expects Israelis who were kidnapped to be released by Monday. Okay. Amukwiton and his records. For those who are passing moral judgment on the newly appointed head of the INEC, SWAT the story in the Daily Post this morning. His records are there for all to see. So that's the story. Okay. Let's take another paper now. We move to the Vanguard. The Vanguard is here, and the lead story: 2026 World Cup qualifier. Nigeria scraped 2-1 win against Lesotho to keep qualification hopes alive. Well, football buffs must know that in soccer or football, only goals win matches. If you don't score goals, you cannot rely on mathematical computation for qualification. Don't forget, our next match is on Tuesday. If we win that, the chances are there that we might overtake South Africa. That's the way it rolls. More story in the The Vanguard. We didn't import bad fuel. Dangote refinery wants you and I to know. So that is a story you want to check in the Vanguard this morning. Okay, Trump misses out as Venezuela opposition leader Maria Corina wins Nobel Peace Prize. Of course, it is no longer news that America's President Donald Trump had openly campaigned about nicking the prize, the Peace Prize, from the Nobel Commission. He misses out. Okay, did you see that coming? World Cup qualifier. It's not over until it's over. That's Captain Ekong sending a warning to South Africa and Benin. Okay. Air Peace flight aborts takeoff in Abuja. Obviously, when it gets to that emergency, something untoward is in the offing. If a plane aborts takeoff, it must be just. So we thank goodness Air Peace aborted the flight. Justice in Enugu State is free, efficient and transparent. Government debunks extortion allegation. Beats the imagination that whenever a government or a man or woman is doing something extraordinary, cynics would find a fly in the ointment. Okay. Prioritize true national interest and work for democratic consolidation. SDP tells Amukweton. That's something one expects at a time like this. I just talked about the new INEC chairman, the lawyer Amukweton from Kogi State. Okay. Visa overstay. Federal government launches post-amnesty program for foreign nationals. Okay. I just told you about what India is doing to a Nigerian who overstayed is welcome in that country. So the federal government of Nigeria is launching a post-amnesty program for foreign nationals in my country who kind of are overstaying their welcome. Okay. Nigerian Air Force airstrikes disrupt illegal crude oil refining clusters at Eche in Rivers State. Now you're getting to know that it is true that crude oil keeps getting stolen, and the Nigerian Air Force has bombed a crude oil refining cluster, crude oil refining clusters in Eche, River State. Let me announce that my colleague, broadcaster, journalist, but veteran and Nollywood practitioner is here. So I make to introduce him. Let's meet and greet Chris Akwarandu. Chris, I greet you. Good morning to you.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah. Thank goodness you are here. I think the traffic almost delayed you. Okay. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. I've gone 2-3 papers now. Another story. Dangote Textile Union defense of Shomole against Nupeng. Did you see all this coming?
No, we didn't actually. But this is a country that a lot of things could come up any day. Kind of thing. But textile union, okay, they consume fuel.
But know that until recently, I never knew we had close to 400 plus textile factories across my country.
Oh yes, but a lot of them are not producing at optimum
in Lagos.
At the Aswani, yes.
Don't advertise.
Of course, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but they are all down.
Yes.
No thanks to electricity wahala.
Yes. So they would have to support those who are trying to give them the resource. Yes.
Yeah. Imagine if one of the 400
yes
employs no less than 5,000 staffers.
No, let's
you
even
can imagine
say,
how many people will be taken off the labor market.
Yes, let's even say they employ 250 people. Let's even say 250.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
So and I think that what we should be aiming at now, as a country, is to revive industrialization. It's still very low.
It's the way to go.
Absolutely. We don't have a choice, do we?
Here's another story in the Vanguard. Labour Party to INEC boss. Redeem Africa's largest democracy or bury corpse you inherited.
Now, but that's the problem I have with politicians and handbag contractors in Nigeria. Yeah. They try to
carpetbaggers.
Exactly. so they try to heat up the polity in order to draw attention. And then we have a media that is, I don't know, at times unconscionable. You report such things. It doesn't make any kind of sense. Doesn't make any kind of sense because, who bribes the NH boss?
Chris, but you and I know that one of the 4 major functions of the media is gatekeeping.
Yes.
The journalist is the gatekeeper.
But we don't do it here. We just scatter
yeah,
everything, and then you disorient the people.
And Nigerians should be very, very careful about what they want. Nigerians want fearless, so-called fearless and brave journalists. The journalist is not the news, is not the story.
It's not the story, actually.
But the guest or the object
is the story. But they are now making the journalist look like a superstar.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Anambra election. ADC candidate Nwosu swears affidavit. You are wondering what would have happened.
So what? Why is he swearing affidavit? Is he not qualified?
That's why the listener has to read that story.
Yes, that's true. Well, it's sad if he's doing that because he wants to prove he has a certificate. Okay, we hear certificate forgery these days and all that, but that's part of the system. It happens everywhere in other climes as well. You also have forgers.
No. Is also emerged in that certificate wahala?
Well, we don't know unless he wants us to know.
Otherwise, if you read the story,
you'll
get the details. How about this? I have no plan to join APC. Suswam. The same thing is happening in Enugu now.
Yes, but Suswam had been a governor for 8 years, and he's a PDP man. Now, if he's telling us he has no plans to join APC, it means that he's been holding meetings to join APC, or some people want him to join APC. What is he coming back to do? Okay, maybe go to the Senate.
Okay, Council of State meets at Aso Rock, Tinubu to present nominees for INEC chair. Well, the INEC chair
is already... some of them didn't attend. But anyway, when we get to the discussion, we'll discuss that. But the important thing is we have an erudite professor as INEC chairman, and it's just as simple as that. That's what anybody can do.
Okay. This is a scary one. Ogun records over 10,000 mental health patients in 6 months.
Yes, but then the Mental Health Association of Nigeria has been crying out that the mental health issues on the increase. In other words, we need to actually,
Okay.
take time to look into the mental health of people. And you hear people say something like, "Has that driver gone for psychiatric test and all that?" So, but mental health issues is, it's much more than that. So, is on the increase, but it's been on the increase like that since the late 90s, gradually, late 90s, 2000. A lot of Nigerians are coming down with mental health issues,
Yeah.
stemming from depression and so on. So,
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's move to the Daily Sun now. The Daily Sun leads with this one: Kwara bloodbath. Survivors, bereaved families recount horror.
it's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. But we need to stop these. Oh, you can tell me that in other parts of the world too that there are situations like that. But if they're preventable, let them be prevented.
Okay. All right. Troops stop attack on Taraba community, make recoveries.
Good news. Good news.
Well, I'm interested in knowing who the attackers are.
Yes, but when the elections are coming close like this, you begin to have set up attackers trying to create panic within the polity and rubbish governments and make them look bad. So because you want to benefit, and then when you come in, you wouldn't do anything. But we are making progress in terms of stopping all this violence in different parts of the country. We're making progress, but we won't succeed if the citizens themselves join the people who cause all this mayhem.
We reflected a while back about volunteering information.
Yeah.
There's this trouble of, if I volunteer the information,
Will I be protected?
You
but it depends on how you volunteer the information
and who.
and who you volunteer the information to. The military is actually well trained. Yes, you can have fifth columnists, but then there are not many. So, but if you volunteer information to a third party, the third party wants to benefit from it, and that's where the problem is.
You remember the whistleblower thing?
Yes. It's not dead yet, it's still there. But whistleblowers all around the world. The only thing is incentives you give whistleblowers.
We almost messed it up.
Absolutely. I mean, what don't we mess up?
Okay. Hear this one. NSCIA cautions CAN, that's the Christian Association of Nigeria.
That's the National Supreme
Council
of Islamic Affairs, yes.
Cautions CAN,
Christian Association of Nigeria,
over alleged false reports on Christian killings.
Well, the government has denied that there's no carnage. I think it's a lawmaker in the United States that was trying to shout that there is carnage of Christians in Nigeria. I am not sure that report is correct because the government, the law enforcement agencies, they've said there wasn't anything like that. But then if you think that there is something like that, so prove evidence, you could get some videos, get some interview a few of them who were present during the carnage, and then we can begin to dialogue on that. But as at this point in time, don't blow up the polity simply because you want to govern. Doesn't make sense.
Hear this one, Chris.
Yeah.
Mba to defect to our party Tuesday, says APC.
Well, that is what they are saying.
Yeah.
We haven't heard from Mba or his spokesperson.
But do you think a newspaper would go to town with such a story?
Yeah, of course, it happens in Nigeria. It happens in Nigeria. However, because newspapers in Nigeria also do biapalo gossip. But I will not be surprised.
Tuesday is almost here.
Exactly.
So the news will break.
Let's wait and see.
Okay. fresh facts emerge on why Mba may dump PDP. So I want you to tie that.
Yes, it's still saying May.
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 Yeah.
So it hasn't happened yet. Now, but if it does happen, I wouldn't be surprised.
How about this? I don't know if you are a soccer buff. Super Eagles revive World Cup hope with win over Lesotho. I saw the match yesterday.
But the problem is that the other two, Benin won, South Africa drew.
Yeah.
So
So the table is like this: 17 points Benin, 15 points South Africa, 14 points Nigeria.
that's what I'm saying.
So if South Africa
Loses, South Africa has
if
to lose,
Nigeria wins
the last match,
is a must win.
and that's the last match.
South Africa has one last game too.
Yes, and Benin has one last game, and they'll be played at the same time on Tuesday. So we just depend on mother luck. The other people are also praying for luck.
Oh yeah.
But whatever happens Tuesday is almost here.
Chris, but do you know bad luck is luck? Only say bad.
Well, at the same time, bad luck is negative luck. And then the worst thing is that out of the 10 matches that are supposed to be played, 7 of them will be played in South Africa or are played in South Africa. Because the next match we're still going to play. Okay, that's in Nigeria now. Because Lesotho's matches are to be played in South Africa.
I think
South Africa's matches
to do with Wahala over their
pitches, yes.
The
stadium. So in other words, South Africa actually has some form of advantage. I don't know how much it is, but they have advantage.
Okay. Just gone 27 minutes to 8 from here. This is still newspaper headliners from the Voice of the People Radio, 90.3 FM. Okay, the next paper is the Daily Post. It leads with this World Cup qualifier thing. 2026 World Cup qualifier. 4 things we learned as Super Eagles beat Lesotho 2-1. Read that story, know about the 4 things. Okay. EFCC arraigns former NSITF chair Ngozi Olojeme over alleged 1 billion naira fraud.
Well, let her go and answer for herself. Whatever she did with the money.
I talked about choices.
Yes.
Our life is governed by the choices we make. So make your choice.
Yes, and then stew in it.
Court jails former Jigawa lawmaker Kashim Bila over fraud.
Kashim Bila. Yes, over fraud, yes. He's been jailed. He will serve his term.
Okay. How about this one? Oh dear. Okay, still talking about the World Cup qualifier. Benue ADC hails Segba passes vote of confidence.
Oh. Well, that is a party. So their decisions are internal. They just want us to know that, okay, Benue ADC is still alive.
I have this one. INEC. Don't rush Amokweton. Nigerians deserve credible electoral body. PDP tells Senate.
I don't understand. Why is PDP saying Prof will be rushed? Rushed into what? See, and that's what hurts me. A lot of ignorance happens in Nigeria. There's a timetable for every single thing. Professor Mokwiton is not coming to inherit a tabula rasa. He's coming to inherit a process. The only thing he's going to do is keep the process and probably add value to the process. That's all.
Chris, nobody's talking about the Nigerian politician who must win by all means.
And these are our problems, not Professor Mokwiton coming to inherit.
And the everyday Nigerian will not look his way.
No.
But look at the INEC.
Yeah, because of what you get.
Okay. INEC, you have choice to redeem or bury Nigeria's democracy. Labour Party tells Amukwito.
My problem.
That's what we are
my
going to
problem
get.
is if you're not in power, you hear the footsteps of ghosts, because even the little wind rustling will force you to think that I could capitalize on this.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but making inciting statements don't help us. But then, I do know Professor Joyce Amukwito.
Yeah.
He doesn't listen to gossip.
Yeah. Okay, and perhaps you also know he's the first Yoruba-speaking INEC boss.
Well,
You started
yes.
from EESWA,
Yes.
a teacher.
Yes.
And somebody had said, so why make professors INEC bosses?
And
So
then
the first one was the teacher.
It was a bricklayer. Be? A teacher is not
I wonder
a
how.
teacher. A professor is not a teacher.
Okay. The second was Michael Ani,
Yes.
a civil servant.
Then we had the Edo man,
Gobadia.
Gobad. No, even
There
before.
was a Gobadia.
Okay, Gobadia. Ovie Whiskey. Yeah. From Ovie Whiskey to Gobadia, most of them were civil servants anyway.
And you
Retired
recall
civil
that
servants. Then retired justices. Had been there.
the only INEC chairman who didn't conduct any election was Professor Eswa.
No.
Professor Uya.
Uya.
From
Professor Uya.
in the immediate aftermath of the June 12, 1993.
Brohaha, yes.
He reigned from June to November of that year.
He was the only person who didn't conduct any election.
Oh yeah.
He was a professor too.
Yeah, he was. Okunuya.
Okunuya.
Yeah.
I think Akwa Ibom.
Akwa Ibom, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Benue PDP loses only rep member to APC.
Well, if you can't put your house in order, some other person will put it.
Help put
it for you. And then you can now imagine where it is going to. And then now there's rumor that Suswa may join ADC. So I don't know.
Okay. All right, The Guardian is here. The lead story is this one. Very interesting. Nelfund, full list of 203 schools that failed to submit students' data for loan.
I don't know why you shouldn't submit students' data for them. This loan thing over time will perfect it. Even remember what's happening in the United States, where Trump is going after some of these irregularities and all that. So it will happen here too, but we'll keep improving, because some people would, if you don't submit the list of students for the loan, it means you want to supplant those that are qualified for the loan with your own persons, that kind of thing. So,
Okay. Real reasons. Pengasan, Nupeng, resist proposed JV equities sale, PIA amendment.
My problem is, how can you be working in a place and there's no progress in the place?
Oh, yeah.
And you earn your salaries and allowances and you're fighting. Does it make any kind of sense? I don't think it does.
Chris, interrogating the Nupeng Pengasan
grouse.
Yeah. You are tempted to ask,
yes,
when our refineries were supposed to enjoy the turnaround maintenance,
yes,
which ended in people's pockets.
Yes.
It didn't kick.
No, it didn't. Now, if you've spent $18 billion in trying to revive a dead horse, why don't you sell the horse?
Sell the horse.
So that people can cannibalize it.
Okay. Other stories I can find in The Guardian this morning would include this one. Megastar Man of the Decade award set for October 17. Megastar Man of the Decade
The
Award.
Manufacturers Association of Nigeria? Or man as per
MAN,
a human being? Well, we have so many awards, so when it comes, we know who they will award to.
Sometimes you look at the awards, the awardees.
And they're worth it.
Understanding the political undercurrents behind Naji's certificate controversy. That's the man now.
No, I don't. What are you understanding? The man explained.
This is an opinion thing.
Incidentally, I had known Professor Naji in the late 70s.
Okay.
Yes. So the thing is that there was a course he didn't actually certify from the university's point of view. So he needed to certify it. So let him go and do the course and get his degree. That's just that.
Okay. Let's move to another paper now. The Nation is there. Leads with this one. Super Eagles keep World Cup dream alive with victory over Lesotho.
Wow.
We cannot stop talking about it.
It's still a long way into the night.
Yeah.
It's still a long way into the night. Everything now depends on luck. And then they must win their last match and wait for others to lose.
Game.
And wait for others to lose.
Chris, the last match is against neighbor Benin.
And Benin is
Benin,
on top.
Benin had a coach who was handling the Nigerian national team.
Yes.
Somehow we divorced him.
And then he's doing well. Somewhere is where he's remarried.
So that game is more than a cracker.
No, it is. It has to be. It will be exciting. The world actually will be watching that match.
Okay. Reps begin investigation of alleged mismanagement of oil spill funds.
But that should have happened some years back. Although we haven't been having a lot of spills recently. But let them investigate how the funds were utilized. And then what also led to the spills at that particular time.
Yeah.
And what was done to ameliorate the situation. So who spent the money and on what? And that would also help in future situations so that whoever you put in charge, should be able to be held responsible.
Court documents show Amukwiton was not part of 2023 presidential election dispute.
No.
The speculation had come
yes.
that Amukwiton was on the defense team of President Tinubu. And the imputation is that's why he got the plum job.
Well, for instance, the court documents say he wasn't there. But then, suppose he was. Suppose he was. You need a human being there. You don't need an angel. You need a human being.
If a public official, okay, let me not go there.
Don't forget he's a senior advocate of Nigeria.
Yeah.
He's entitled to practice. The only thing now we would ask is, does he have an allegiance to a particular individual? And so if he's taking the oath of office,
is it a crime in my country, your country, Chris?
Yes.
To belong in a political party?
No, it's not. It's not a crime to defend someone.
Okay, that will just about do it for the papers this morning. We'll hand over the microphone to you. Take advantage. What story caught your fancy? How would you want to react to it or to them? Let's go. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning. Citizen James and your guest, Mr. Chris in the studio. My name is Peter Osifo. I'm calling from Abanaja in Ekotu.
Let's go.
Thank God you have talked about the new chairman of INEC, that the court has said that he was not one of the people that represented Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president, in 2023 in the court. Because people have been peddling that rumor. his life this upcoming week. But be that as it may, let it also be known to many Nigerians that even if Jesus Christ comes to conduct elections for Nigeria here, people who lose will blame Jesus Christ, and people who win will eulogize him and say it's the best INEC chairman they have ever seen. So let it be clear. When there's an election, one person loses, the other one wins. That is that. Then Ikamba of Enugu State joining APC. It's okay for him. The more the merrier, as they say. But APC should also be thinking of how to sustain their membership so that there will be no inclusion in future. Because when there's inclusion, will be problem.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, the line is open now. What do you yourself say about what story? Good morning to you. Welcome.
Good morning,
Yes, sir.
Citizen Joes and others in the studio. And good morning, Nigerians.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is National from Ojalaba. Yeah, talking about the new INEC chairman. I don't know whether he was one of those that defended the APC or 2023 or not. What is this? Let him give us a credible election come 2027. A free and fair election. That's what Nigerians are asking for. Then talking about Governor of Enugu State defecting to APC. That's the only thing since they came into power in 2015. That's the only thing that they know how to do.
Who knows
that's the only thing that is APC. Everybody joining, trying to make Nigeria one party system. Well, good luck to him. But the rumor must surely come true because once there is a rumor, there is atom of truth there. So thank you. You might deny now or not, but certainly you will join APC. Thanks and remain blessed.
Okay. 60 seconds. The line is still open. Let's go there. Did you find any story intriguing? Okay. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Welcome.
This is Wally calling from Ayabo.
Go on.
So my take is on the boat prize winner today. When I woke up this morning, I heard about that Trump being the award. I was so happy because it would have been a starter for Trump to win that award. So my congratulations to that Venezuela opposition leader. But talk of the disaster. What they are doing to Palestine. I want that, and I support to eat. So I was happy supporting the terror side and save and proof of America. America is a terrorist state. They should never, anything in America should never win the award.
Get all this from? Where did you get this from? America is a terrorist state. Where did you get that?
It's a terrorist state. They've been supporting me.
Don't use this medium to say that. Me, I don't know. You know. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Stephen Jones, and to your guests.
Welcome.
This is Joseph calling from a Solar Kingdom.
Go on.
My stage is on Spiders qualification, the 226 World Cup qualification. See, we started chasing black goods around 10 p.m. There's no serious country in that will make us know not to qualify for World Cup, but our preparation was very, very bad. We are now doing preparation. But I'm still South Africa organization qualifying. Even if we beat the South Africa beat their next match, they will top the group. So we have to wait to so many problems in the particular group. So even if they're a draw, South Africa will qualify. So I mean, let's start for the 2030 World Cup. I'm for something as well.
Make I follow you do this mathematics.
Okay, sir.
South Africa get 15. We get 14 points.
Thank you.
Hold on. If South Africa wins the next game, they get
3 points.
18.
Yes.
If we win, we get how many points?
17 points.
How many people go qualify to?
Now one person will qualify now, not between now one. Now one person will qualify.
Let us wait for the World Cup. This is not.
It is very that I'm for 30 years old man. I don't want anything that cost me.
This is not INEC. You know, please. World Cup different. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, we have room for one or two more calls. What story caught your fancy? How would you want to react to it or to them? Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Please, this noise from your end. I beg put her off.
I'm far from the district. So what I am saying is that you realize that people are shouting INEC. They don't talk about the politicians who are actually the active partakers of the elections, and we want to win at all costs. But as I say, I'm of the opinion that they should not paint the pot black as against those who are the actual players. So let the new INEC chairman do his job. So rather than judging him before he even get to the mantle. Thank you. And God bless you.
Let politicians play by the rules. Thank you. Okay, Chris, that's interesting.
Oh, absolutely.
Another listener is here. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, sir.
I greet you, sir.
Yeah, VOP.
Yeah, it is. Go on.
Yeah, please, on football, on Nigerian matches that I want to comment. Please, if Nigeria fail to qualify this World Cup, please look on a tell Jagaban. Babashi, you make you deserve NFF. Carry football, give to those who play that football, make them go organize them.
Oga, let me tell you how it works. The president of any country has no power to double into the football federation in their country. So the president cannot do it.
Yes, but look at how it's being played in outside.
You cannot say we have lost this chance of going to the World Cup until after Tuesday, when after the matches, we'll do the computation. Thank you.
And that is what I'm trying to say.
I hope that's, Chris, I hope that's what he was trying to say when he was telling me, make una tell Babashi.
No, but you can't.
I cannot.
You can't.
It is not my place.
And as soon as it does it, the country is banned.
It's banned.
Straight ahead.
It don't happen to us before.
It has happened. Yeah, it has happened in other countries. So
let me take another listener. Yeah. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Citizen Jones.
I greet you, sir.
I want to comment on this governors rushing to the ruling party. The ruling party have been known as, if you commit sin, come and your sins are forgiven. So these people are very intelligent.
Where did you get that from?
Somebody was the former chairman, and this is exactly what he normally tell them, that if you know you commit any problem, come, your sins are forgiven. So this is what is making them to panic. They know that they have committed. All of them, there is a stain in their hands. So they don't have anywhere to hide than to go to APC and hide. Thank you.
Thank you too. Chris, that will just about do it.
All right.
I want to thank you for your intervention.
It's a pleasure.
This is wishing Charles Ideho, who should have been here, quick recovery. He's slightly under the weather.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you again.
It's a pleasure.
Well, our next program is 5 minutes away at 8 o'clock. Please stick around. Thank you.
From the views on the street,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lawn.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and pressure for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things and makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
Broadcasting live from the Cocoa News Center, giving you the latest updates around the globe. This is
VOP 90.3 FM.
My guy, you better upgrade yourself and live in the city like a big boy. Even if you don't want to stay outside, YouTube is always there for you, you know.
I know, but no be every time person go dey open eye for YouTube, Instagram, Facebook because of update.
My guy, don't worry yourself. Tune to Voice of the People's Radio, VOP 90.3 FM. Listen to a radio station that keeps you up to date with the current news and talk shows, as well as business programs.
How to find good business ideas in Nigeria.
Listen and learn.
6 powerful strategies for discovering opportunities to make money in the Nigerian market.
Contribute and let's make a better society together.
I think it's the best for us in Nigeria. Actually, we are going to find it difficult for the first time, but in future we are going to gain it. If you can be able to be patient with it, is the best.
Voice of the People's Radio, VOP 90.3 FM.
Tune in every day.
We are Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Now you have a voice.
From the views on the street,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of a hustling city. The loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lord.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and pressure for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things and makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV is here to stay towards building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people. From the views on the street,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of a hustling city. The loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were
Ndigbo Amaka Progressive Market Association welcomes you to their 2025 All Market Unity Conference on Wednesday, the 15th of October 2025, starting from 10 a.m. at the Festac Hotel, formerly Golden Tulip Conference Center, Amuodofin, Lagos. Theme: Empowering Trade Union for Revenue Generation and Modernization. Special guest of honor, Right Honorable Benjamin Okezie-Kalu, Deputy Speaker, Federal House of Representatives, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Guest speakers, Mrs. Mujisola Adeyeye, Director General, NAFDAC. CGC, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, Controller General of Customs. Dr. Ifeanyi Okeke, DJ, Standard Organization of Nigeria, SON. Barrister Pius Akuta, Executive Secretary, Shippers Council. And Mr. Olusegun Awolowo, Executive Secretary, AFCTFTA. There will be award ceremony, networking, and more. Final Unity match comes up on Sunday, October 12, 2025, at the National Stadium, Lagos at 2 p.m. Save the date. For inquiries, please call 0803 307 2492 or 0703 113 8393. Ndigbo Amaka Progressive Market Association, empowering trade, building Nigeria, and contributing to global economy. Powered by Right Honorable Benjamin Okezie-Kalu, Deputy Speaker, Federal House of Representatives, Federal Republic of Nigeria.
This is your number one radio station at VOP 90.3 FM.
Welcome to the best exclusive radio station, VOP 90.3, bringing you the best mix of the best music. If you want to be heard, say here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. People 90.3 FM.
Boy, this one they walk like this now. Where they fly they go? My brother, you know say Voice FM day everywhere. And they will want go see like this so because now then they make us enjoy 90.3 FM. The voice of the people is the voice of the world. For the beat, one neck combo.
Okay, folks, we are stepping into the second offering for today. We call it Citizen Jones This Morning. And what we do is simple. We interrogate issues that get thrown up by my country, your country, which is traveling at the speed of thought, just so you know, and so you stop relying on your gut feelings. Today, headship of the Electoral Commission between perception and attitude. Please get it right. Headship of the Electoral Commission between perception and attitude. Until 1998, the INEC used to be known as the Federal Electoral Commission, FEDECO. And so we have had 12 chairmen. The current one, who is hardly 2 weeks old, is the 13th. So let's go there. Believe it or not, perception is a process of organizing and interpreting stimuli, whereas attitude is a favorable or unfavorable evaluation of an attitude. For a people given to moral judgment, instead of critically evaluating attitudinal involvement, it is not difficult to appreciate why the electoral umpire is always the fall guy each time the politician loses an election. My history book tells me that between 1964 when the first FEDECO chairman was appointed, and today, when a new man at the helm was appointed, we have had 13 heads. 12 heads. And so between Ayo Eswa, the first, and Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, the last but one, no Yoruba-speaking Nigerian had ever headed the commission until now, when President Tinubu appointed a Kogi State-born Professor Joash Amokbito, the INEC boss. Of the list, Akwa Ibom-born Professor Okon Uya, as you may have heard, who was appointed by the Babangida administration in the heady days of the June 12 polls, which he criminally annulled, did not organize any election. He was at the helm for only 5 months, between June and November of 2012, if you remember. Now a new INEC boss has been announced. Nigerians are focused on him and never on politicians whose attitudes impact the process negatively. So let's provoke a conversation. I bring in again my colleague and friend, Chris Akwarando. Chris, welcome back.
Good morning, Citizen Jones, and then good morning, listeners.
So, the INEC boss, the new INEC boss, between perception and attitude.
Well, first of all, let's talk about how the INEC boss is appointed. You've had people where ignorantly say, "Oh, there must be an independent body, according to them, who would suggest an INEC leader, an INEC head." Will the independent body be selected from the moon? Will it not be from the people? So who is going to select the independent body and make it independent to appoint a chairman that will be independent? How's that going to happen? Well, no, but what the law says is that the INEC chair will have to be selected by the Council of State.
Yeah.
And Council of State comprises of former leaders,
former heads of the country.
So I don't see what's wrong with that. They will have to keep selecting a chair. It's a simple.
And you had something as incongruous as people saying Wike was part of those who appointed him. Is Wike
who appointed who?
The
Professor Josh Amokweton. Okay.
Is Wike a former country head? The answer is no.
Wike
many
is
of
not
us speak from an angle that's befuddling.
Oh, it's I guess it's perception, like you said. But then let's move forward. Now, Council of States will recommend who will be INEC chairman.
Yeah.
Of course, it should still be forwarded to the National Assembly, don't forget, for approval. That's what it should be.
Yeah.
Okay, so Professor Josh Amukbiton is now the INEC chairman, the 14th INEC chairman. And as a professor, he's supposed to have got to the acme apogee of learning. And he has integrity, and he's supposed to preside over a body that is not trusted. But where is an electoral body trusted in the world?
Also remember there was a Professor Emeawa,
yes,
who was
from
a teacher of Professor Humphrey Nwosu.
Yes.
You know, Professor Emeawa engineered 7 options.
Yes.
Options A1 to A7.
Mm-hmm.
But Babangida elected option A4. Open secret.
Yes.
So if the teacher who teaches does not head the INEC.
So who would teach and who would head the INEC? So I think that the basic thing is to appoint someone who has integrity. That's one thing. And someone who understands the electoral process.
The dynamics,
The dynamics of the electoral process. And then someone who could take decisions on the spur of the moment and take responsibility for decisions taking. And that's why I celebrate Professor Mahmoud Yakubu. That man presided over a lot of revolutions in the electoral system in Nigeria.
Do you remember the interesting altercation between former Professor Jega?
Yes.
And Urubebe.
And Urubebe, yes.
You remember?
Yes.
And Urubebe ended up apologizing profusely.
Yes. And Professor Jega will always be there as a man of integrity. And Professor Mahmoud Yakubu as a man of integrity. The problem, there was one caller that said something interesting.
Yeah.
If you lose an election, then the umpire is evil.
He's the fall guy.
But if you win an election, then the umpire ate with Jesus Christ just a moment before the election. So we are in a country where the National Orientation Agency has not actually been doing the job of conscientizing and mobilizing the citizens. That's one. Two, we also live in a country where you don't have citizens. What you have, not Citizen Jones now, what you have in Nigeria are hyphenated Nigerians. If you have Nigerians who believe in their country, despite their religious and the tribal cleavages.
I hope the listener understands the concept of the hyphenated Nigerian.
Oh, well, you are an Igbo Nigerian, Ibibo Nigerian, Ijebu Nigerian, Kano Nigerian, Sokoto Nigerian. So your first allegiance is to your tribe or to your religion before the country. But if your first allegiance is to your country, then you will be thinking, you don't have to be an INEC chairman to become a Nigerian. No, you are a Nigerian. Then you would then understand what the INEC chairman is doing according to the law. If the INEC chairman does anything outside the law, he will definitely be sanctioned, or she, anytime. So, in other words, I have had some pedestrian gossip. Oh, Tinubu didn't win the election. They just awarded him the election. How does that happen?
So did they tell you who won?
That's the point. So who won? Now there's also, Nigerians also forget very easily. There was a time in this country when election results were written in people's homes and sent to INEC. Okay. Now, but we've got to a point where there is some level of credibility in what we're doing.
Yeah.
We can see the process. Now, there was an argument people bring upon Professor Mahmoud about glitches. Glitches happened in Florida. Yes. Glitches happened in France.
Even as we speak.
Yes.
Your network might have
a glitch. And
it affects.
It's technology.
Yeah.
So why
foolproof?
It's not foolproof. So in other words, there was a glitch, and Professor Mahmoud's INEC sorted it out. Now, if they didn't sort it out, that's where the problem is.
Yeah.
But they sorted it out, and we moved on. Why are you still dwelling on a problem that had been solved?
You remember the glitch that happened to JAM? And
by the way, you saw that and the outcry, then the aftermath. So are you now saying? Of course, I accused Professor Oloyede of JAM that he wanted to fail Christians. I don't know why people manufacture such horrendous ideas. Okay.
Don't be surprised. Somebody might call in and say you are not a true Igbo son.
I don't have a problem with that. But I can prove.
You owe nobody an
apology because I'm an Igbo man. All right. But I'm a Nigerian first. Then I'm now an Igbo, a Nigerian of Igbo extraction. All right. So my tribe is Igbo, but I'm a Nigerian. First and foremost, I'm a Nigerian. And I'm speaking as a Nigerian. Not just as an Igbo man. Okay, I'm speaking as a Nigerian of Igbo extraction. I'm also speaking as an educated person. Yeah. Someone who can decipher, who can perceive, though perception is subjective, but then there are certain rules of engagement in anything. Now, an INEC chairman cannot openly support a political party. Now, don't also forget.
A bit of history will not harm anybody.
Go ahead.
You remember the 1964 crisis in the
West?
Was it the INEC chairman that caused it?
It was not. It was
The
politicians.
And the everyday Nigerian.
It was the politicians.
The armchair analyst will fail to talk about the politician who must win every election.
Okay, we remember the 1983 election of landslide and mudslide and seaside.
Okay.
When we had the media helping the MPN then to win on a landslide. Okay, before the Abacha coup. Okay, so but have Nigerians ever interrogated?
No, Buhari coup.
Oh, sorry. Well, was it
1983 now?
Well, okay, combination. Yes. So now the issue is: have Nigerians been interrogating what happened then? Have they? No. So what we are suffering from is actually some level of amnesia in terms of not understanding the trajectory of our political growth. But I do know that we've come a very long way. Professor Mupito is not going to inherit an INEC that is comatose. This is an INEC that's active.
A party has said an already dead INEC.
Yeah, but that's where the problem is. And this is what you sell. You're selling this to the people. Yeah. And a lot of Nigerians are not that educated. So they believe you in what you're saying, and they take it as gospel truth. Then our religious leaders too, whether they're mosques and churches, what they tell their congregants is also a problem because they mislead them.
Yeah. Let us go back to June 12, 1993.
Go ahead.
Was the problem caused by INEC?
No, it was not.
By
Professor Humphrey Nwosu
INEC?
No, Professor Humphrey Nwosu conducted a free and fair election.
Oh, yeah.
As at then and the way we understand it, and handed over the result to the person that should announce it.
Yeah.
And the person that should announce it decided that what you conducted, I am not going to announce. So whose fault is that?
They will say the INEC.
The late Professor Humphrey Nwosu did what he was supposed to do, and then in spite of odds, and then he was able to give us a result. This is the result. And don't forget that result had started being announced. It was in a process of being announced.
Don't forget, by 1993, Nigeria had 30 states.
Yes.
The results of 14
states had been released, yes.
And Abiola was ahead.
Ahead, yes.
The remaining 16 states. Abiola was clearly in the lead.
In the lead. So, but you annulled it.
They annulled it. The annulment didn't come because the INEC was wanting.
No.
But the politician in the
leader, and then of course
politician the leader took over.
Yeah, apart from that, the influence of the politicians then on the leader. There were politicians. Don't forget the ABN thing and stuff.
Like that.
So those people actually affected the decision of the leader.
And 2012 and 1993 almost happened this time around. 1993, it was a Muslim ticket.
Yes, it was.
There was a lot of furore about it.
Yeah.
Yet Nigerians still went ahead, voted who they wanted.
Yes.
In 2023,
yes,
another Muslim ticket,
and there was furore.
They attempted to
truncate it.
Yeah, but
it didn't work. And what people don't understand is when there's a precedence like this of a Muslim ticket, a time will come in our country that there will be a Christian ticket. Yeah. Imagine someone coming from Southern Kaduna who's a Christian, and probably someone coming from Imo State, who is a Christian. Okay? And are you going to stop that? You can then make reference to a Muslim ticket of President Tinubu and then Vice President
in your state, Abia.
Shetima.
In your state, Abia, you have sprinklings of Muslims there.
Absolutely.
So if a Christian Muslim candidacy shows up,
yes,
they will put comma.
No, but then that's where the conscientization comes in. It's not just about mobilizing people to vote. you've got to conscientize them.
Yeah.
So that they will understand what they're going to do. If people, I keep hearing, our votes don't count. But your votes counted. I do know that the incidences of ballot box snatching, they've actually almost been eradicated. Almost. All right. Okay.
It was not provoked by the INEC, but the
politicians. That's the point I also want to make. Now, violence during elections are coming down, but then it's the same politicians that promote the violence. Now, corruption during the elections, in which you put money in the loaf of bread or whatever and give to people.
A prominent one being vote buying.
That's what I'm saying, vote buying. Now, vote buying is initiated and carried out by politicians.
And not the
umpire, the electoral umpire. Now, when you want to bribe ad hoc staff, it's not done by INEC, the umpire, it's also done by politicians. In other words, if all these irregularities are spawned by politicians, why are we blaming the umpire? The umpire will try to stop all this, stem them, before they happen. But at the same time, it is also the same politicians that aid the process.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so now back to what you had asked me. If we are now to blame the INEC chairman for whatever happens, whether it's personal or human or technical, then we are doing the wrong thing, because we need to analyze issues as they happen. If they're technical, then they're technical. And the question should be, what led to it? What is being done about it? In other words, if what led to it was not human fault or part of human frailty, that machines broke down, then do we have technicians who are trying to solve the problem? Yes. So have these problems been solved? Yes. Can we move on? Yes. Okay, so we need to bury that. But if the INEC chairman explicitly caused the machines to break down, then that is a personal problem that he will answer for. Or she, if there's anyone, there's a she at an important time. So in other words, we need to first of all conscientize the people so that they will become Nigerians, think about their country, than blaming everything on your neighbor without blaming yourself.
All right. Chris, you know as I do that the broadcaster journalist is also a teacher.
Yes.
Let's go, a bit of history will help us here.
Okay.
Ayo Eswa, who was the first INEC chairman, 1964.
Well, then it was the Federal Electoral Commission. Yes.
Ayo Eswa was the first, 1964 to 66.
Yes.
Second, Michael Ani. The thing had to wait until 1976 because the military. Michael Ani reigned from 76 to 79.
Yes.
The third was Victor Oviewiski, 1980 to 1983. You had Professor Emeawa, 87 to 89.
89, yeah.
Humphrey Wosu from 99 to 93. No. 89 to 93, beg your pardon. Okon Uya, 1993, June to November. Sumner, Dagogo Jack. 1994 to 1999. Ephraim Akpata, 98 to 2000. Abel Guobadia, 2000 to 2005. Morris Iwu, 2005 to 2010. Atahiru Jega, 2010 to 2015. Mahmoud Yakubu, 2015 to yesterday, in a manner of speaking, and now the current man. Headships of the Electoral Commission had virtually gone around the country.
Virtually, yes.
So I hope nobody will say oh, now because Yoruba man never did there, that's why they picked this man. But this man is a Kogi born from the Yoruba speaking area of Kogi.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kogi used to be known as Southwest Nigeria in the Gowon days. So today Kogi is in the north.
It's in the north, yes.
What does it matter if the INEC boss, the referee, comes from the north or from the south? Nobody to get the match done.
Yeah. So that's what we're talking about. If Nigerians are Nigerians, if they think about their country first, you will not begin to think about the tribe of the person who is leading. So you would worry more about how the person is leading. You understand? Now, if you say, oh, because this one is a Yoruba man appointed by, well, he's not actually a Yoruba man per se, but suppose...
No, I'm Okwiton. He comes from the Yoruba speaking area of
Kogi.
Yeah.
Now, the argument now is, he's a Yoruba man appointed by a Yoruba man so that a Yoruba man can continue to be in power, isn't it? Does it make any kind of sense? I don't think it does. Because if you start thinking that way, the election will never be free and fair.
It would not.
Because you
wait until your brother is the umpire.
Before you would win.
You win.
But don't also forget that the president has won his first term when somebody that is not his brother was the INEC chairman. Okay, so
I hope the cynic will
look at that,
factor that into what.
Yeah, because it's important. If a northerner conducted the election when he won his first term, and then someone that is of his extraction but not from his state, it's not the INEC chairman, and probably he wins a second term. So it is his brother that anointed him. Because he's the INEC chairman. Now, once you begin to think that way, you will never, you yourself, you also have a chance someday to govern. And then if you take some decisions, I want to make reference to when John F. Kennedy appointed his brother as the Attorney General of the United States.
Yeah.
Don't forget. Blood brother, man. Same father, same
Robert.
mother. You understand? So in the end, why did he appoint? Because he felt he had something to do, and he did what he wanted him to do, and that's it.
And for that matter, he was a trained lawyer.
That's what I'm saying.
And America has an office for the Attorney General, office for the Secretary
of Justice.
Secretary of Justice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in other words, would you then have accused Kennedy of nepotism?
Nigerians would have said he was nepotic.
Exactly. So I think we should think of who Joash Amokmeton is and not where he comes from.
Yeah, and we have talked about perception. Now let's talk about attitude.
Okay.
The attitude of the politician, which is key in all of this. Have you heard this saying that Nigerian politicians are so losers? Very bad losers.
Yeah, because we live in a nation where you are not thinking about your country, you think more about yourself.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I remember on your program I had said that we don't have founding fathers, and some people took it badly. What I was trying to say then, what's that? If you had the founding fathers who projected, by 50 years, 100 years, this is what it's going to look like. That's why in America you hear our founding fathers projected that, had thought about this.
Interestingly, one of the founding fathers of America was a British.
Of course.
Thomas Paine.
Thomas Paine was a British.
Yeah, but even now here, then go say no. Remember, the late Zeke, bless his soul, told the late Sardauna, bless his soul too.
Yes.
Oh boy, let us forget our differences. Sardauna said no. Let us understand our differences.
But that's the basic thing.
Let us understand our differences. And these are two supposed
founding fathers. So if you go back, that I tried to take us back a little bit. If you go back, if the founding fathers had drowned the voices of religion. There's tribalism everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
You would think about your tribe. There's nothing wrong with that. But then when you get to national level, you drown your tribe for national ethos. Now, if they had drowned the voices of religion in the 60s and enshrined in our constitution that religion is a personal thing, is individualistic, we would have gone further than we have now.
But recall, Chris, there are two dates. Perhaps you may have forgotten. Two dates, namely September 12, 2014 and December 16, 2016. Remember, on September 12, 2014, a building on the premises of a church, a popular church in Lagos, collapsed, killing no less than 100 plus people. The single largest casualty list came from South Africa. And you expected a diplomatic row between us and the Mandela country. The other date, December 16, 2016, the dome of a church
collapsed
at Uyo in my state collapsed, killing many people. The official figure from government was 18. Between then and now, between 2014, 2016 and now, nothing has been done. And you are asking, is it possible in their United Kingdom or their United States for any such thing to happen and there's no uproar?
No, there should be.
That's to underscore what you just said about government and religion.
And religion. So the issue is, if we, as at that time, had enshrined in our constitution that religion is personal, so it will have nothing to do with the governance of our country. Then secondly, that if you're born somewhere and you've lived there for 25 years, you're paying your tax and you're contributing to the development, you come from there.
And again, let us talk about perception and attitude.
Okay.
The 1999 Constitution as amended, a most querulous document.
But there's nothing you could do about it, unless you amend it.
A most querulous document has in one of the provisions, no government, federal or state, shall send anybody on pilgrimage. It is there.
But we're not implementing it.
But today we are sending them on pilgrimages. Is that the fault of the Constitution?
It's not. That's
the
why,
attitude.
That's why this program is so important. And that's why I keep saying, do not use beer parlor gossip to govern your country. Now, when the Constitution enshrines that nobody should send anybody on pilgrimage, yet you're organizing pilgrimages, hajjis, and so on and so forth. Why do you have to do that as a government? Why should it be?
And then we say the Constitution is... Our problem is never constitutional, but attitudinal.
Because if you are a leader and I was watching...
Sorry, we have had 10 national conferences and therefore 10 national conferences reports.
Yes.
We still are not home.
We are
latest one, the last one being in 2014, the Jonathan years. The report came out and the president then had 11 months to
implement it or not.
So our
but he didn't
not
implement it. Then I was watching the Senate President, Babio, the other day. He was talking about how the rules in the National Assembly are implemented. And he also said that when he's implementing the rule, for instance, as a Senate President, and somebody keeps saying point of order, and then if he shuts the person down, they would say, oh, because the person comes from this part of the country, that's why he didn't allow the person to speak. That he would invite the person to come close and explain to the person that, look at our red book. What you're doing now is wrong. Don't do it. Let's continue. And that, well, more often than not, he gets away with it. But that he still has those who complain that, oh, you're shutting me down, you're authoritative because I don't come from this part of the world and all. So, but you can imagine that's in the red chamber. Or, okay, let's say red and green chambers, Okay, these are group of people.
Hallowed chamber.
Hallowed chamber. That's what I'm saying. Now, these are group of people who should understand why they are there. Yet they don't understand why they are there. Now, extrapolate that thought to the whole country. There you see there's a problem. Now, of course, I also have had the story of how, when Taicholani was establishing the people, went to Babangida, that he wanted to establish a bank where poor people would borrow money, at no interest. And then People's Bank was established. And people borrowed money. And Taicholani was asking them, bring back what you borrowed. And they didn't bring it back. They said it was part of their national cake.
No, Taicholani went to his employer.
Yes, Babangida.
Yes. And he complained.
Yes, that these corruption
they go on. Yes. And Babangida said to him, but you are the chairman.
Do something about it.
He made to use the broom, but
it didn't work. Then he went back to his employer and said, I don't know what's happening. These people are not paying back. He said, just imagine. You're just managing this. And then imagine what the whole country is. But then, I didn't laugh about it. I felt it's an indictment on our personalities as human beings first.
Yeah.
Then as Nigerians.
Again, let's look at a country, Singapore. I cannot forget Lee Kuan Yew.
Lee Kuan Yew, yes.
Lee Kuan Yew studied law in England.
Yes.
And in 1964, retired to his home. Singapore used to be an appendage of Malaysia. He told them, don't worry, we'll take you from a so-called third world
to the first world, yes. Of course he's done. He
Lee
did that.
Came to Nigeria. And I'm told when he saw the Minister of Finance, who was like here, and then the fellow controlling the tail of his wrapper was somewhere at the next bus stop.
Yes.
The man said, these people are not serious. Lee went to the United States and realized everybody there was chewing gum and doing things like... The man came back home and banned the production of chewing gum till day after tomorrow. You don't chew gum.
In Singapore.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you are accused of trading in illicit drugs, it's the death penalty.
Yeah, death penalty, yes.
He brought that to be.
Yeah.
After he was close to 90, and the people say, Oga, continue.
He said
no.
Yes. Yes.
I think his son took over.
Took over before he died.
So it is the attitude of the politician.
Yeah.
Not the INEC that is the problem of Nigeria. Maybe make a talk for English.
Okay, as at
the,
now.
The INEC is not the fall guy.
It's not the fall guy.
But
the
politician.
And then the people themselves too. Okay, now you hear that APC is trying to create a one-party state.
Oh, yeah.
And then you ask yourself, did APC advertise? I'm not holding brief for anybody, but did APC advertise that if you're not in APC, you won't win election?
Yeah. And for that matter, if you committed any sin,
yes,
come over to us.
That's absolute nonsense.
And you'll be forgiven.
That's absolute nonsense.
Remember, when the PDP was at the helm,
yes,
the late chairman, Venetius
Prince Obulafo,
he said the party was going to rule for 60 years. The PDP ended up with 16.
16,
I'm making me ask, did he mean to say 16?
Well, I don't know.
But
I know he wasn't a prophet. I mean,
but if you allowed PDP, it should be in power still till now.
And they would also have been a one-party state.
And a one-party state.
Yes. Our problem is that, and let me say this.
Sorry, 20 minutes to 9.
Okay.
Yeah, go on.
You know, people like to eat their bread on the side is buttered. I do agree. If you are not empowering your politician, you want to gravitate towards where there is power. You are not prepared as an opposition. And that's where the opposition is in disarray.
Yeah.
Because they speak with discordant tones and they don't understand the process of governance. But if they understand it, look at what's happening in Britain. You had Badenoch. Recently announced the Conservatives' plan regarding immigration. And it was so open. And it's different from what Sir Keir Starmer and his Labour Party are doing. Okay, so in other words, the opposition plans to take over government with a plan to govern.
Yeah.
But here, with the opposition, doesn't exist and doesn't plan, but wants to take over the government.
It plans to take over
the reins of governance. Yeah. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all.
And so the rules must be bent in his favor.
In his favor, which doesn't happen anywhere. Okay, so if we want to govern our country properly, we need to have politicians themselves actually understanding governance. And they don't.
Chris, let's yield the microphone to the listener.
Go ahead.
Dear listener, if you feel up to joining issues or raising new ones, do so now. Don't forget, the discussion is about headship of the Electoral Commission between perception and attitude. Let's go there. Chris, I have the first listener here.
Great.
Good morning to you. Hello, I thought, okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, the radio icon. Can you hear me?
I greet you, sir.
Yeah, I greet you. I greet your guest.
Thank you.
Yeah, Comrade Alabalakpa is my name. Reaching from Ojo in Lagos. I want to congratulate Professor Amokuto, but I want to say this. I thought is listening to this program this morning. I want him to make use of the opportunity to get the blueprint of Professor Mahmoud Yakub and that of Professor what's the last one? Professor
Tahiru Jega,
to get those two guys blueprint and make that of his own. I think the guy will get a leeway there. And again, I want to say this. You guys should just continue because the likes of Urubebe, they are going to come out to him. So the guy will come out and stand on his feet. He should do the right thing. He should do the right thing. Until you are telling me that this man is a Yoruba man, I never knew.
No, he's from the Yoruba speaking portion.
I never knew. Congratulations to him.
Remember, Jemmy Benwon was also from Kogi.
Yes, Jemmy Benwon. Yes. So the right to stand for.
Thank you. 60 seconds. Many thanks. Okay.
Well, Professor Josh Amukuton does not have to get any blueprint of anything because there is electoral law.
Yeah.
This is an act of Nigeria's parliament. It exists, it's there, it's a document. So he has to work with it.
Let's listen to the next listener. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Jones and guest.
I greet you.
I'm a job. I'm calling from a Kingdom Square.
Welcome.
Yeah, I have to put a statement to against it. INEC is our problem.
No,
INEC is the problem of this country.
Gradually, let's hear you. INEC is what?
It's the problem of this country.
How?
Because they never give us the right results. Every time brought out the result of the election, and nobody has ever come out to say no to that result.
El-Rufai, hold on. El-Rufai gave the result as who? As who? Please listen to me. As who? Me, I don't know what you know. I beg, no vex. I don't know what you know.
Well, the basic thing, that's part of what we're talking about, conscientization. INEC conducts an election based on the law.
And a politician,
and every political
party brings his own result.
And is accepted. His own
result is what is.
That's not possible. So the issue is that all the political parties are represented in the collation of results.
Oh, yeah.
And then when the results...
You sign.
When the results are announced, you sign.
Yeah.
And then I also do know that you have the opportunity to query whatever you didn't like before the announcement, final announcement. Then there's a next stage. You can appeal any result in the courts of law, established also by the electoral law. In other words, if you appeal and you lose, why would you be blaming the umpire?
Yeah. You lost a match, you didn't score a goal. As if the referee asked you not to score. Please, let me take another listener. He's here. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome.
Joe.
Welcome.
Yeah, good morning. This is Peter from Missoula.
Peter, go on.
It's like again this morning, you are paid to do public relation for all the atrocities INEC, Mahmoud and Co. did during this last election. See how we are glorifying them. The two places are given an example where glitches happened. Those countries also didn't they explain to them how it happened, and they convinced them they saw it happened like that. The Nigeria did Mahmoud say anything about it? He didn't tell Nigeria they left last week or so. Why are people justifying all this type of thing? They are calling politicians. Naturally, a politician will come to contest election to manipulate and all. But it is the INEC that will stand the ground and say no, it can never happen. They did it with them. They are justifying INEC. It's not good now. You have to balance it. INEC has a role. They have a major role in the election in Nigeria. Everybody knows this Mahmoud who was the worst.
Including June 12, Abi. Thank you.
That's where you are getting it.
Thank you.
All right. I'd like to tell him that Professor Mahmoud explained what happened with the glitches, and it was sorted out. After clearing it, INEC itself also said go to our portal and you see the results there. So if you don't have the complete information, do not present your opinion as public information.
Yeah. Another listener is here. Hello, good morning to you. Hello. Okay. Take another one. Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, I'm hearing my voice over your listening aid. Please. Remove it.
Good morning.
All right, let's go.
Citizen Jones. Hello?
Let's go. Go on, sir.
Okay. Just a following suit of the last caller. You can see people are APC representative this morning.
Yes,
to both of you. You are just
No, hold on. Is it a crime to belong in APC?
It's not a crime, but you are glorifying what they do, what the INEC chairman did, which is not good. It's not okay. You people are part of the problem we are facing today.
Which INEC chairman?
Mahmoud.
And what
they have going to this outgoing one now. How can he call results?
Is going on?
At the middle of the night.
What problem?
Then somebody call and tell you about the result that the other man present. Yes. There you said as what?
Yeah. El-Rufai gave a different result as who?
That is the question you ask as who? What do you mean by as who? As a person that knows what is going, what went wrong,
as the assistant,
and what was going on. Yes, so the way you present your thing is okay because of you. Some people have don't listen to this Saturday something that you used to do. It's not okay like that.
Stop listening to it, if you please. Stop listening. Thank you.
Well, I guess that's also where the problem is, and then that's why I keep saying that my business here is to tell the truth as it is, as I understand it. I cannot take sides. I'm not a politician. I won't be.
Chris, let's take sides for once. June 12, 1993.
Yes.
INEC chairman, Professor Humphrey Nwosu, bless his soul, conducted an election in this country.
Yes.
Somebody won.
Yes.
And the election result was annulled.
Yeah.
And it was okay. It was okay.
It couldn't have been okay. So we also want to let Nigerians understand that if we continue this blame game, we will never clean the urgent table. We will never build a nation. The point is that elections will be conducted according to law, and somebody will have to win and someone will have to lose. It's as simple as
Chris, the Anambra elections are billed for next month.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
already
in November.
The INEC has discovered double registration, if you remember.
Oh, yes.
Over how many? 25,000
people.
Fake names.
Fake, yeah.
That is INEC.
Yeah. Oh, that is INEC. So we have blames in this situation as a people. Because if I assume that Citizen Jones will win the election, that does not mean that Citizen Jones has won the election. In other words, it's my assumption that by the level of acceptability of this, of this individual in the media, so when the elections come, all the votes will be cast for this individual. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, Chris, the idea is not, no pun is intended, and I'm not ready to evoke any emotions or passion.
Yeah.
The 2023 presidential candidate of the Labour Party,
yes,
if they asked if a primary 6 pupil now asked,
yes,
Uncle, which party does he belong to?
Yes.
Labour Party, ADC, or PDP?
He's not in any party.
He go get any answer?
No, not as at this moment. No. So the issue, we should avoid populism as the right thing,
as opposed to realism.
Realism. So the elections were conducted in different parts of the country, and people voted, and then somebody won the election. It's just as simple as that. If you didn't like it, you went to court and you lost. That's all.
Yeah.
So move on. Plan for the next one.
Yeah. Let me take another listener here. Hello. Good morning to you.
Hello, Citizen Jones. Good morning, sir.
Welcome.
My name is Obidna, calling from Ejibo.
I greet you.
The Bible says you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. What will set us free in this country is the truth. INEC contributed in the problem of this country, and judiciary. These two people are the one that will make Nigeria to be a better country. If all of us are clamoring for good Nigeria, without INEC and the judiciary doing the right thing, we will still be where we be. We will still stand where we stand. Instead of moving forward, we will go back. Let INEC and the judiciary do their work diligently. Thank you.
Yeah, before you go, Novex, in our business, in this business, we talk about facts. We don't talk about truths, okay? Because your truth is not my fact. Thank you. Thank you.
It's also good to point out now that every tribe, so to speak, in this country is represented in INEC. In other words, no tribe is disenfranchised. There's a voice. You have INEC commissioners. You have those that work in the fields, and all of them come from different parts of the country, not just one part of the country. Then you also have the politicians themselves in their political parties being represented at INEC meetings and in plans. Okay, so if you lost and you didn't want to take it, then the next option is going to the courts.
Yeah.
That's the judiciary. To seek redress. And then the judiciary is not going to judge any case based on the fact that you come from here or from there. In other words, while you are going to contest an election, you'll also be prepared for any kind of litigation, in the sense that either I'm seeking redress or someone else is seeking redress against my candidature or the outcome.
Yeah.
Now, if that happens and I lose, I will accept the outcome and prepare for the next time. I will look at the loopholes. Where did I get it wrong? Where did my lawyers get it wrong, and so on and so forth. But here we don't look at things from that point of view. And that is part of our problems we should change if we want to have a country.
All right, Chris, I cannot thank you enough for your intervention. Many thanks. Until the next time, I want to say good morning to you. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
We are done. Our next show is 5 minutes away. Bye-bye now.